Welcome back everybody, back in the video. Today it is Guild War Day. 4 more Guild Wars left to go, and then the tournament, boom. Cannot wait, let's get into it. So today we are going to be fighting versus, I think it's a Japan guild. I looked at the Discord, let's see what it is. It should be 283, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is. It is going to be versus the good old 283 from Japan. Now again, we should potentially find out some information about the Guild War tournament in about 4 hours times, right? I will be uploading that. Of course, we'll be talking about the Mermaid's Mail when it does release. Should see a lot of spicy information in that mail. If you don't know, that is in terms of, for us, live streams, right? Mermaid's Mail is literally what's to come, teasing units, teasing updates. It's literally kind of the biggest thing in Epic 7, right? It's always news for us. Big news, right? We don't get no little news in these Mermaid Mails. All the Mermaid Mails are literally humongous news. So hey, right after the collaboration's over, perfect time to drop it. Let's get into it, alright? So today we are versus 283. Now in terms of our Guild War ranking, how we are lining up for the tournament, we are currently ranked number 8. I'm pretty sure, let me go look at the bottom 20. Okay, yeah. So we are kind of more than likely guaranteed to get into the top 32. Even if we lose the next 3 Guild Wars, right? We are set. We are locked in for the top 32 tournament. Happy day. But we're still going to go ahead and try hard. We do want to end up top 10. I think Derp wants us to end around somewhere up here. Because we don't know in terms of the ranking how it really is going to work. Obviously, I mean, our highest right now can be 8. I don't think we can gain 400 points. Unless Talent List keeps losing, then that's a different story. But more than likely, we should potentially end the season ranked number 8. Or 7, that's only if Talent List does lose. But let's go ahead, let's dive right into our hits. Let's get into the first attack. For our first hit, we're going to go ahead and hit the Freeman rep. So let's go ahead and finish off this mini fort. So top team, we're going to go ahead and fight a Harsetti, BBK, and Balsaruka. We're going to go ahead and bring our good old girl, Slow. Yes, keep in mind, very, very important, Slow Luna. We're going to go ahead and bring our girl FCC here. I do think I need to switch her, though. Let me go ahead and give her HP boot just in case. Give me 1 second. Just double checking this. Alright, so let me do that. Give her HP. Do I carry this? Yeah. So we'll just take Bright Sadness, because again, I'm not doing arena right now, so therefore I got to re-gear for RTA. So it doesn't matter if I take gear right now. So let's go ahead and do this. Now I don't really need Holy Sack in this situation. I'll go ahead and give her Adamant. Now I thought about Aureus, but Adamant's just perfectly better. And plus it does keep FCC a little bit alive longer, because she's not really taking a lot of damage from the other characters, right? So yeah, we'll do with what we got. Good enough for now. And then obviously Sage Vivian, we did move her over to a lifesteal build. I've had mine on Destro for the longest time, but it's safer just to go ahead and throw her on the lifesteal. Now, next bond team is going to be the same old comp we've run before in many of the recent videos. Eleanor's just going to be Prot Set and Aureus. Urban Shadow Shu is just going to be Speed. Crit Set with the good old Sweet Miracle. And then we have our girl Rowana. You have to make sure to give her some real gear, right? I've seen some guildies lose the Rowana because she does not have real gear. So just keep that in mind. She does deserve real gear. She is used quite a bit now when it does come to Guild War purposes. So let's go ahead and lock in Shirley. We are perfectly fine here, right? Right? I'm scared. I'm nervous. Once it loads, all right, we're good. All right, let's lock in. So let's see how the tuning is going to work. All right, so BBK is going to go second. Fine by me. Doesn't really matter. Is she going to proc Gab? Is she a dodge artifact? Was she? She did proc Gab. Okay. Of course she did. Who would have thought? BBK not procking? Who would have thought, right? So let's go ahead and burn S3 here. Soul Burn Ignore. Make sure to seal the BBK. Now, honestly, from this point on, I literally can just like Soul Burn S1 or Soul Burn S2 here. Actually, no. In this situation, let's go ahead and just rip S3, right? We don't have enough focus here for this exact scenario to Soul Burn our Sage Vivian. So let's just go ahead, S3, heal the FCC for a little bit. BBK's already gone. I'm going to go ahead and rip S3 as well. Yeah, might as well. I have no reason to really save this. But other than that, the first round is already over, right? BBK dies, the fight is over, straightforward and simple, right? Now, Harsei is going to go, right? All right, Boss Ruka. I completely forgot. It lagged a little bit, so I thought it was just going to be hard steady strip. So it is going to be a 28k Boss Ruka. Okay, kind of beefy. I will say that for sure. Do we dare try to defense break the Boss Ruka? Can we defense break you? If we can, it'll speed up the process so much. Let me see it. Defense break? I mean, we have 100 effectiveness. So surely, right? All right, we got it. All right, we should be good now. Now, the Harsetti is going to hit. I'm pretty sure our Sage Vivian is going to lose focus here, which means we're not going to have the double S1s, but honestly, doesn't really matter here. Let's go ahead. Let's over an S1 for AoE. All right, not too bad. Let's go ahead and S1 the Harsetti. Let's get rid of her. All right, go ahead and S1 Harsetti. And just like that, the first round is over because obviously Harsetti is sealed. So our speed tuning is back to normal. All right, it's been back to normal since we sealed her. It is a holy sec, Boss Ruka. Okay, I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? Let me check the speed tuning. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and defense break you. Surely. All right. Surely you're just high HP and no ER. All right, it looks like you are. All right, fine by me. And now we can go ahead and S3 here. Are we going to land, though? That's the better question. Probably not. Of course, Sage Vivian here would have been better on Freeren's artifact. But my artifact is not really maxed out. I'm only a plus 21 Freeren artifact. I don't have any bottles. I could make it plus 24, but yet again, I don't have any bottles, and I don't like wasting just random, just dupes for it if it's not going to be maxed out. But into the second fight. Second fight is going to be straightforward. Same comp you've been seeing me run. If you want to go jump ahead to the next match, you can. Again, I have it all time-stamped every single Guild Wars video. I am doing more stamps as I progress in more videos. I've been taking advantage of this stamp system for you guys, right? To help you guys, jump fast and do some content where you don't really want to see me just yapping. Right here, I'm going to be yapping. Your man is going to be yapping for a while here. Depending how long this Setsuka and Genesis Raz wants to stall out the match. Mainly the Setsuka, because she's always going to be dodging, right? So, alright. Genesis Raz S2, S3. Does no damage. Can I just rip S1 here? Let's just go ahead and rip S1. I might as well hold the S3. Of course she counters. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Ooh, is this an injury Setsuka? Is that an injury Setsuka? Or injury Genesis Raz? I can't really tell which one's injury. I think it's actually Genesis Raz. Okay, I mean, that's a shocker. All right, let's go ahead and hit the Setsuka. All right, because again, we have a 100% chance to miss. Might as well rip it into the Setsuka. Our Ilanov, though, I'm going to go ahead and rip this into Setsuka just to see if we get the offering or not, or just do more damage. We missed. Is she going to counter? She did not counter. All right. So now, our Urban Shadow Shoot is going to lap here. I will be blowing this into the Genesis Rash. Hopefully we hit. Surely we can hit. Please. Can I see it? All right, we hit. This is going to proc his immortality. Now he's going to die the next turn, and then we're pretty much good to go at that point, right? Let's go ahead and rip S3 here. Might as well, because Setsuka is kind of close in terms of her S3, and one or two more counters with her artifact can pretty much, set her off. All right, latest scales do latest scale stings. Doesn't really matter here. Let's go ahead and rip S1 here. Surely you die even through a miss. All right, you are gone. Now let's go ahead and honestly, I'm just going to keep hitting you. I mean, I don't really care if the Setsuka does anything, right? Like, she can S3, or, her S2, my bad. Her S2 can proc, and honestly, it doesn't really matter if it does or not. In this comp specifically, right? We are too beefy for her. She's not a full damage Setsuka. Like, if she was a full damage Setsuka, kind of scary, right? Then it'll be a different topic, but since it's not, we're perfectly fine here, right? Go hit her again. I say that and watch this Setsuka just blow me up. Watch that happen now because I said that. Alright, go ahead and kill Genesis Raz there. He is gone. Now we just go ahead and beat up the Setsuka, and that's about it. Game is over. I could technically just go hit the later scales and get rid of her. But let's just see if we can hit the Setsuka. If we get her here, the match is almost over. And, of course, we miss. Who would have thought? Of course we miss, right? Well, from the looks of it, it's not a Riposto Setsuka, which is, good. Because if she was Riposto, she would be 100% already taking her turn. Her S passive, right? I always forget what it's called. Now I'm going to soul burn this. Can we hit you, please? Hit and kill her. Because obviously we sobering. Oh, yeah, she's gone. Wait, she didn't die. Wait, what did we miss? Hello? Wait, did I not do the extra? Huh? Wait. Huh? I thought Ilanov does extra damage versus injury. No? Huh? Did I not sober in that? I'm pretty sure I did. Hold on, let me see it. Increases damage out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, okay, let me see this again. I don't remember. I don't think I did then. Yeah, okay, I guess I did not sober. Huh? Okay, I thought I did. I guess I clicked it too fast. Alright. Again, my PC's old. But hey. Hey, boys, next week's our week. We're getting a brand new PC. But done with our first hit. On to the next hit. For our second hit, we're going to hit the main stronghold. Let's get into it. Now again, top team, we're running it back with the exact same comp. Bottom team, we're going to have Yuha, Amiki, and Young Senya. Now, Yuha, honestly, should be able to everything just dies to this because of reflective. So basically, Freerin should die to Yuha passive. If you don't know, Yuha's very, very good into Freerin, especially if you don't have a way to hit the souls, right? So, very, very good. As much HP and tankiness you can get in your Yuha. Mine isn't that tanky, but it should do the job. Miki is literally just here for the Renak. Other than that, anything else here is perfectly fine. My Miki's dog water. And then we have Young Senya, which is literally just here to exist and basically do more damage to the entire team. But overall, everything should just die very, very quickly for the bottom team. Top team is going to be the snoozer, right? Let's get into it again, right? Again, the video is going to be stamped anyways. If you want to scroll ahead, watch the second fight. Completely understandable, right? But let's go ahead and get into the first hit. Again, we see this defense quite a bit. The Genesis Ras, the Setsuka, and Lady of the Scales is very, very popular, right? As we can see, almost every Guild Wars video, I have to go ahead and use Rowana, Ilanov, and Urban Shadow Shoe either 2 times, 1 time, sometime in almost every single hit. But since I entered last Guild War, I'm back on duty having to make sure my comps are safe, right? But let's go ahead. Genesis Ras doing Genesis Ras things. Is he going to be an injury Genesis Ras? This would be nice to see as well. I mean, I don't think it really matters, but yeah. It is not an injury Genesis Ras. Okay. So this may be even quicker than the last one. Alright, so far, in terms of RNG, we're doing pretty good. No one's been getting beat up. Alright, no one's been missing. Maybe Rowana. Alright, she's the first one to miss, but again, it's whatever. It doesn't matter if Setsuka can get her passive off. Now again, if it is a full damage one, then it's a different story. But are we ever going to see somebody have like a 10k Setsuka, max DPS? Who knows? I'm waiting for the day we see that actually happen. So let's go ahead and S3 here. Maybe we can do enough damage. I doubt it because, again, we are a 0 crit Ilanov. We are literally just tanky and we miss. Okay. So not only did we miss, she counters. Okay. I mean, this Setsuka is literally going to proc her passive very, very quickly. Now, you know what? Just in case, I'm going to go ahead and rip S3. I might as well. I thought about holding out, but knowing the Setsuka RNG, who knows? Who knows, right? So I'm going to go ahead and rip S3 here on Genesis Ras. So even if we miss, we should be able to still proc his immortality. We proc the immortality. Once he's gone, the match should be basically over at that point. And of course, yet again, she counters. We did not proc his immortality. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now I'm about to hit him yet again. Alright, well, we got his immortality proc now. But now I gotta sit here and wait. You know what? She's gonna counter now. She's gonna counter, do her S2. Yeah, good thing I ripped the Rowana S3, right? Because she's gonna be doing this anyways. Again, first match of the day, or second match on the day, on the PC. The old PC, right? Old PC. This PC, dog water. I've got this PC back in 2017, brand new. But hey, it is finally time to pack it up. It's almost time to pack it up, boys. Next week is a week. We're gonna buy a new PC. And I'm going to buy a beast of a PC so we can go ahead and do a lot of better videos, right? Because I've been holding back. Young mans couldn't really do much with what I got, right? There's only so much I can work on videos. There's only so much it can handle without it crashing and all that other good stuff. So finally, it is time to upgrade, right? But all right, doing their things. Let's go ahead and S1 the Setsuka. Doesn't matter if Genesis Ras is still alive, but guess what? Your bands is gone, bro. Is gone because they stalled so long. Genesis Ras's 5 turns have been up, which is good for us because this should be speeding up much quicker now because it's literally just Tetsuka and later scales now. All right, if we can hit Tetsuka here, the game is over. But that's a 50-50. Let's see it. It's always 50-50, right? You either hit you or you don't. And of course, we miss. Yes, I already know it's 30% plus her artifact. I guess it is 50-50. But regardless, it's always going to be 50-50. Right? No matter what. All right. Let's go ahead and Sober and S1 here. Please. Hit. Oh, thank God you hit. Proc. All right. Alright, so I'm still, I guess I did not Sober last time then, right? I was under the impression I did, but I guess I didn't. Let's go ahead and Sober in this. Actually, no, let's just go S1. Because Illinois should be able to kill later scales, and she actually, she probably could have died just from me sobering. Whoop. Tragic. Very tragic. Okay. But let's just go ahead and Sober in S1. I love to see it. It's so nice looking at this. Oh, and of course we crit. But we are done with the first round. On to the second round. Again, this should be pretty straightforward, right? Alright, Renock doing Renock things. Yada, yada, yada. S2, S3. Do whatever you want to do. Mickey counter. Already. Oh, I was hoping she provoked. Alright. Alright, Renock does S3 here. Again, doesn't really matter. It really does not matter here. Freerin is going to go ahead and rip S3. And Freerin doing S3 is literally going to proc our Young Senya. And the reflect damage back to the Freerin. So let's see exactly here what happens, right? I'm pretty sure Freerin's just gonna pop. And yeah, she popped. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. And now we got Young Senya proccing. Oh, man. We love to see it. We love to see that, right? Alright. Young Senya proccing. Yada, yada, yada. Let's go ahead and, honestly, let's go ahead and rip S3. I might as well rip it, right? Because it doesn't matter. The match is over. We're going to go ahead and S3 the Hwayoung, and that is it. The match is over. A 40k Yoha, by the way. Oh, man, disgusting. Now let's go ahead and S3, S1 the Renac. Honestly, I think S3 is just going to be more than enough to kill her. But very clean. Second hit. Again, it's just a snoozer whenever we got to use that Urban Shadow team combo. We have to. Because, again, we are trying to lock in for the tournament, even though we're guaranteed. But still, you know, still want to try hard and get my mystics, of course. But second hit is done. Let's dive into the final hit. For our last and final hit, we're going to hit the Clarissa. Rep another mini fort, of course. Let's get right into it. So top team, going to be very simple. We see a Harseti, Genesis Ras, Setsuka. We're going to go ahead and bring our own Genesis Ras, Aram, and Illinois. Basically what's going to happen here is Genesis Ras is going to rip 2 S3s, and that is it. The match should be over, right? Illinois is going to be the exact same build you saw earlier. She's just going to be a tank build. Aram, typical build. I have not touched this unit's build since she came out. She has been on this build since her day 1 release, right? So same old build there. And then the bottom team, we're literally going to go ahead and bring in Luda, Freda, Ludwig, Shirley. This is not 315 scales, right? Shirley. If I do, oh man, I'm about to get timed out in the Discord. So, let's go ahead and lock in. This is going to be a semi-fast Ludwig. It is going to be a 244. We do have Luna at 314. And then we do have Frida at 300. So, hopefully we should be fine there. Let's get into it, right? Again, top team, very straightforward. This is going to be my Genesis Ras. I do have him on Symbol Unity. This is basically my arena build Genesis Ras. Not much has changed in that department. So, let's go ahead and lock in. I'm scared. Let me double check the artifacts real quick. We have Book. All right. We have Bird's Eye. Right? Shirley. Yes, we do. And then we got good old another book on our good old boy Ludwig, of course, right? Yes, we do. All right. Let's go ahead and lock in. Rub the hands. Rub the hands. Mans is nervous. We haven't cleaved. We haven't cleaved in quite a while, so we should be fine. But again, it is a Harseti defense with Genesis Ras Setsuka. I mean, it's pretty one of the easier ones, right? Compared to some other ones we have seen thus far. Now, in terms of speed RNG, I think my Genesis Ras is going first. Okay, he is. All right, so this is actually perfect because now I can go ahead and Sober in S2 on the Setsuka. And now we can go ahead and rip S3. And I'm pretty sure everything's going to die here. And our ARAM's going to boost up as well. All right, so now we can just double S3. Perfect. This is literally like perfect speed RNG, right? or not speed RNG, but perfect tuning because of Harsetti, right? If you don't know, Harsetti literally just messes up everything in terms of CR bars. But for us, it was perfect. It would have not mattered anyways because Genesis Ras, Setsuka, not really doing that much damage to make me worry about my Genesis Ras, right? So let's go ahead and rip another S3 here. Might as well. And other than that, the game's over. Just like that. Hey, very, very clean. Very, very fast. First hit. Right? Genesis Ras can do this. It doesn't matter. This is why I was saving my S2 on my good old Genesis Ras already, right? So let's go ahead and rip S3 here. Get the more bulkiness. He is proof of valor, right? I think he was. But, hey, throw on some injury, and we should be perfectly fine. Okay, he can do whatever he wants to do. We're not worried about this whatsoever, all right? But now, whenever our Genesis Ras does take a turn, we go into Soul Burn, S2, and that's really about it. He's going to be sealed. He's going to be... I forgot what's it called again? I already forgot. What's the half HP debuff already? Collapse. There you go. I always forget what it is called. Every time I use Raz, I always forget that it's called Collapse. Alright? He's probably not going to die from this. Yeah, he's probably not to be expected. Can we ask one stun? Stun? No, okay. I mean, it is what it is. Alright, he does that. Let's go ahead and ask one again one more time. And that should basically kill him. Very clean. Round number 1. Easy mode. Bro, Ilanov is such a... Ilanov makes the game so easy versus these units, right? So, let's go ahead. And Soul Burn S3 here. Alright. Now, again, we should be very, very straightforward. We are literally just going to rip our Soul Burns into the free run, and the match should be over at that point, right? So, Free is going to go ahead and S2, or S3, should I say, and that is about it. Now, again, I do not really recommend running this unless it is actually scouted, right? If it's scouted, then you can go ahead and run this, but let's go ahead and S2 on the good old free rim. This should proc the BBK. It did proc her. Alright, now we should S1 the free rim as well. It should kill both of them here. It sure does. Now we go ahead and just beat up the Lady of the Scales. And other than that, the match is over. We didn't even need to rip S3 here. And very, very clean cleave, I will say. But other than that, though, we 6-0'd for the day. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in a couple hours for the Murrin Mail. Depending when the video goes up, right? But other than that, though, love you guys, and peace out.